So I want to take a quick moment and talk about intellectual property. And intellectual property really isn't a huge deal until it needs to be a huge deal. And so you need to make sure that you own your intellectual property, and that's something that you know some startups they'll kind of miss on. Um, you know, so you actually need to have your marketing people, your content people, your developers, they actually have to sign over their intellectual property that they've created for you because you are paying them in some way, whether it's money, shares, some combination of something. So but intellectual property becomes really important, and it falls into a few different areas. There are patents. So you have a fundamentally new way to go do something, a new process. You could patent that. Okay. Maybe it's a way to um, you know melt iron, using only 10% of the electricity, or aluminum or whatever. Trademarks, the symbols that you use. You can't go and call some drink that you've got, you can't really go call it Coca-Cola because that is a trademarked term. You have trade secrets out there. You have copyright. You can't just go and copy somebody else's text and say it's yours. And all this can be handled with a intellectual property lawyer. Okay, you just need to be aware of that and involve them in the process from the beginning, or as close to the beginning as you can. But also understand this: some people think that with intellectual property, you can go and sue anybody, and that becomes a business model, a way for you to go make money. No, 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 no. Intellectual property is not a mechanism where you can go run off and sue a bunch of people and make a lot of money from it. Okay, intellectual property is there to protect you when some buffoon thinks they can sue you. Okay, but you don't want to make that your business to go sue other people. Why? Intellectual property lawsuits are really expensive. They're really specialized. So there's not a lot of lawyers who actually handle it. And because it's really specialized, it costs a lot of money. And you don't want to go handle that. You don't want to go do that. You don't want to get involved in that. Make sure that you have your patents and your trademarks and all your other stuff properly done, but use them for defense only. Okay. Now, somebody walks out of your office and takes your software with them when you fired them. Yes, you need to go handle that situation, but still, try to at least be nice about it. Don't go off and just sue everybody thinking you're going to somehow make a ton of money on this, because you're not. All right. So get with an IP lawyer. Make sure that you've got your patents filed. Make sure you've got trademarks, copyright, all that kind of stuff that they advise, and then sit on it. Okay, don't go off and try and sue people. All right, because you're just going to have a lot of heartache in that. You are in the business of innovation. You are not in the business of suing people. All right. Hopefully that helps out there. Thanks.